that we should pray every day is Psalms 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. God, keep my mouth in check, what rolls off of my tongue, and keep my heart in check. And keep my heart in check first, because the heart starts thinking of this crazy and evil and wicked stuff, things that we can't control. And before we know it, we're speaking it out loud. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So God, control my mouth and what I say and the meditation of my heart. And only God can come in and make sure that we are in the correct posture for him to use us. Someone told me once that the heart is like the emotion seat. So if we're trying to control it within our flesh, sometimes we could be meditating on a good thing, but most of the time it's going to flow with the emotions that we feel at the time. So if someone does us wrong or we feel some type of way, it's going to flow in those places. And if we don't allow God to come in and check it, it could ruin some stuff, because now if the heart posture that we have is not right, if it's wicked, if it's in an evil place, if it's not checked, eventually that stuff will start rolling off the tongue. And I don't know about y'all, but have y'all ever just said too much? James tells us that nobody can control the tongue. If you can bridle the tongue, you're perfect. But sometimes it's so hard, because when things happen to you instantly, or things happen, where we would think it should be common sense or it should be consideration, sometimes it doesn't work like that. We are not the only ones living in this life. So who we cross paths with, what happened, this is why we have to ask God and yield to him, so that he can keep our heart and our tongue and our mouth in the right place. Going back to what mamas and teachers and parents used to say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. And furthermore, this ain't about you, y'all. It's not about none of us. It's about, are we living a life that's glorifying God? If I snap on you because you just stepped on my toe, is that glorifying God? Here's another funny thing about the heart. By the time you finish snapping on somebody, your heart will turn two-faced on you so fast and tell you, now that was wrong. So this is why we need to ask God to please let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. Which means, God, you position my heart to hear from you and do your will. Because if Christ is not with us, if he's not in our presence, if we're not dwelling with him, man, our tongue and heart can set our whole life on fire.